Deputy Speaker, every year we have a different Lunar New Year recognition for a particular animal, and this one is a fictitious one, although my son would correct me on that. The Year of the Dragon. The Year of the Dragon symbolises strength, courage and prosperity. And I really enjoy this time of the year, particularly in the Chinese community in my electorate, the significant Chinese community in my electorate. So it was 27%. And I particularly enjoy it because it's about family and it's about community and it's about celebrating each other and showing gratitude for what they have and the lives they have built for each other. It's a time to get together, to show unity and friendship, and to work hand in hand to create a special future. The Year of the Dragon is a particularly auspicious year. It's actually a particular type of dragon, the wood dragon, and that was last seen in 1965. It begins on the 10th of February this year and it concludes on the 28th of January next year. There's many symbols associated with the Year of the Wood Dragon: power, nobility, honour and luck. It's associated with, again, other attributes, but one of them stands out to me, which is courage and protection. And I just spoke about the courage that Ash Gordon showed in protecting his community and his family and friends. And that's very important because he lived in Doncaster, and Doncaster is an area that, for those who know Melbourne well, is often considered the head of the dragon. So Doncaster means a lot to the Chinese community, as does Box Hill and indeed my whole electorate. I want to particularly acknowledge members of the community who take the time to look after each other. They organise events and dinners, and for those of us who've organised events like that, it's hard work. You've got to chase people up, make the bookings and promote it, invite people like me to come along, which I'm very grateful for. But can I just single out some that have held events recently? One that is actually coming up and will be probably the biggest Lunar New Year event in our community, which is the Asian Business Association of Whitehorse will be holding its Lunar New Year event. And it is an event that is without peer. There's over 100,000 people from the community gather for that event. And I look forward to being there all day celebrating that in Box Hill. I want to single out Bi Hong Wang, the President, and the Vice President, Richard Shi. You are not only people who serve that association and your community, but you are excellent advocates. I appreciate your feedback to me about many issues, including issues that affect small business, many of your members, and crime, an issue that has affected our community particularly lately. Other groups are the Chinese Fellowship of Victoria and President Philip Chui. Philip I see everywhere. He is someone who helps coordinate Chinese schools and all of the volunteers on the weekends. He runs contests for singing, for art, and he also promotes the Victorian education sector overseas, and amongst many other things. And he does that with a wonderful group of people who I had the pleasure of having dinner with the other night, including Michael at C and so many others. I really appreciate and thank you for your service to our community. The Chinese Senior Citizens Club of Manningham, the President and my friend Selina Lung, you have your annual Lunar New Year event, and I'm really proud to sponsor that, as I do every year. You are a victim of your own success because you're such a large community that there's not enough space to hold everyone for events. So I'm very proud to help sponsor your Lunar New Year event in the largest facility that we have in Manningham. I also want to acknowledge the Global Federation of Chinese Businesswomen, the President Lily Wang, Vice President Tina Curtin. Also want to acknowledge the Melbourne Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce to thank Vincent Liu, my good friend, and Andrew Shen. Your work in our vibrant Taiwanese community is greatly appreciated by me. And can I acknowledge all of the volunteers who help and support all of the leaders in the communities, but single out the schools. There are several Chinese-speaking schools in my electorate, and I had the great honour of visiting those last year and presented awards to many at graduation ceremonies. What I noticed was behind the scenes of the teaching were family members making lunches and dinners, as well as doing all of the logistics and taxi drop-offs and pickups. And well done to the students. It's hard enough for me to get my kids to go to school Monday to Friday, but you do it an extra day a week, and that's admirable. And one of the reasons we have some of the best schools in the country in the seat of Menzies. And then finally, in terms of the arts, I want to acknowledge the International Sunny Arts Ensemble Association and Jennifer Wang. What you achieved in the Beeson Centre last week was just amazing, and all of the performers did a fantastic job. Congratulations to everyone, and Happy Lunar New Year.